Oh, wait.
Hello. You good? Okay, so, you know when you like... Oh, that's really loud. Wait, which one is... Oh, that's louder.
Hello, 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 hello,
Hello.
hello.
Okay, you know when you like a song so much,
Yep.
but you know you're going to hate it because you're listening to it so much?
Yeah.
Ugh. I feel that way with Taylor Swift
Yep.
right now.
Okay, when I have a song that I literally just play on repeat, I
Yeah.
always think to myself, how am I one day not gonna want to, not even hate it, but just like, I just think to myself,
Oh, I know.
I'm never not gonna love this song.
Really? You actually think that?
Like, I deep down inside know that that's not true, but because I love it so much in that moment, I'm like,
Does it happen every time for you, though? That's like, you know, if you play a song over and over and over again, you know you're going to hate it. Or have you ever had it not happen?
I don't really hate it ever. I'm just like, okay, I'm ready for something else.
But then when you hear it again, you're not like, oh my word, stop. Go to the next
No.
song. It's so annoying.
No. Never. Like if I'm...
Oh my word. Oh, it's the Velcro. Keep getting stuck.
If I'm into a song and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready for something else now, but then that song comes like on the radio,
Yeah.
and it's like I didn't choose to listen to it and someone else played it, I'll be like,
oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it comes up on my playlist, I'm like, no, skip.
Oh.
Why is it different when it's on the radio? You love it again.
Because you
didn't choose it.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
Yeah. It's so irritating.
Yeah. What's my hair look like?
Curly. Good. I like it.
It was making weird shadows on the thing.
Oh, really?
But
on your face?
Yeah.
Oh, you look fine.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
I really hope the mic picked that up. It just like my throat gurgled.
It sounded like a snake.
That was so weird.
That was funny.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Am I clapping?
Sure. I mean, we've kind of already started.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
hello.
Hi,
everyone.
I
I did the podcast.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh man. What do we? Oh yeah. This is the episode. I've been looking forward to this episode.
Really, I've been dreading it.
Oh yeah. Wait, did you think of any new things?
I did. Some of them are...
I'm actually really excited.
Nobody knows what we're talking about yet.
Nope, they don't.
Some of my things are...
We're keeping them on the edge of their seats.
Some of my things are silly.
Yeah?
And I'm a bit happier with my list than I was before.
Mm-hmm.
But I still am not 100% happy with it.
I only know one of them. We're not guessing, right? Because there's no way in heck I can guess yours.
I know what one of you... Should we just tell people what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like... People are like, oh my word.
I wasn't actually purposely not telling them. I was just letting you finish your thought.
Okay, so we are doing... How are we wording this? What's our title?
It's we called it character combo.
Oh, okay.
But it's a combination of fictional characters that explain us. Like if someone said to me, you can only tell me about your personality by listing like 4 or 5 characters that you're like, and then that's all that they could get to understand who I am. That's what this is. So
I know one of yours.
And I know one of yours. Do you know one of mine because I accidentally revealed it, or you just know one of them?
You've been saying it for years.
Oh, okay. And then I know one of yours by accident because I literally said something the other day and then you went, that's one of mine. And I was like, oh, whoops.
Really? I don't remember
you don't
which
remember
one.
that conversation? No. Okay.
And then I have one for you.
Ooh, okay. I don't have any for you.
That's really rude. No. I'm just kidding.
I feel like in thinking about it, I'm like, okay. So here's the thing. Here's my theory on why I think it's harder to do it for other people.
Okay.
Because for me, the only reason that I know the characters that I'm like is because I was watching something and went,
oh my word, that's me.
I'm that person because I know myself so well. Even though I know you well, when I'm watching something, I'm not thinking from your lens. I'm thinking from my lens. Yeah. So unless I see a character that I'm like, oh my goodness, it's Riah. Like, you know what I mean? But I can't think of any times I've watched something and been like, it's Riah.
Mine would also mine are a lot of describe my inward thinking that nobody else would know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, no, you're not like that. I'm like, you're not living in my brain.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I hate when people are like, no, that's not you. And I'm like, I think I know myself better than you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna go like back and forth. Like you do
Yeah.
one, then I do one, then you do one, then
Yeah.
we're just jumping right in. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay, who's starting?
You go.
Okay.
Wait, how many do you have?
2, 3, 4.
It's taking everything
5,
inside of me
6,
not to look at your
7,
phone right now.
9, but some of them are just like one little thing that
Oh,
has
okay.
no like additional explanation to it.
Gotcha.
Okay, you want me to start my
You're just like Eddie because we have the same hair from Stranger Things.
What? What does that have to do with Oh, yes. Actually, that's kind of one of my ones, but not really.
I ruined
No,
it.
it's not Eddie,
Okay,
but it's
okay,
somebody else.
okay.
Okay. I'll get to it.
Okay, so you're going first.
Okay, so number 1 is Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But wait, I know that you love her, but you need to explain the why.
Okay, so Ariel thought she was older than she was.
Yep.
She was 16. She's like, I'm ready to be on my own and get married. And Dad, I'm an adult. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's so true.
girl, you're 16.
Yep.
I have been like that since age 5.
Yeah.
At age 5, I thought I was 18.
Yeah. And I cried when I turned 5 because I still wanted to be 4.
Are you serious?
Mom has told me that.
That's really sad.
So whether that's a story that I made up in my mind or not, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's kind of mine. And also I'm a little impulsive and willing to risk
Oh yeah.
to get what I think I want.
You would give a see what's your voice for legs.
Because Ariel thought that's what she wanted, but
Yeah.
then she didn't really truly consider all the risks, and
No.
she just didn't really think it. In the end, it got her to where she wanted to be, and it ended up a happy ending. But there was a better way, maybe, that she could have gone.
Can we just talk about the fact that she could have just written on a piece of paper, "Hi, my name is Ariel, and I'm the one that found you on the beach"?
Okay, I read somewhere. Yes, I know. I agree. I read somewhere that that's actually why they changed the words to "poor unfortunate souls" in the new live action, because it doesn't say signing a contract in the lyrics. It talks about taking a gill or a scale.
Because
whatever.
it was literally in my brain. I'm thinking about the animated one, and I'm like, she signs her name. She knows how to write. Oh.
So I don't know if that's actually why they changed it, but I mean, that was a plot hole that they totally missed in the animated version.
Yeah.
So it sounds
Disney.
like,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's cool. That makes sense. Yep.
But then also she had a book, and I guess it didn't imply that she was reading it. In her little cave, she has a book that she flips through, and it shows somebody.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean that she was reading, because she
right.
also had a fork and didn't know how to use that. She thought it was a dingle hopper.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
yeah.
That's so true.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my first one.
Okay. My first one then is also a Disney animated character.
Ooh, okay.
You don't know who it is? The minute I say it, you'll be like, yep.
No,
there is
I
only
don't.
one on my list. I only have 5, by the way. There's only one on my list that you don't know because I haven't talked about before.
Okay. Is this like one of the classic?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is Joy from Inside Out.
AKA, I'm going to spoil. Can I spoil one of yours?
No.
Oh, crap.
No.
But it relates to this.
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Okay, I won't.
I only have 5 and you have 9.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Okay.
I feel like saying that I'm Joy from Inside Out is like very like, look at me.
No.
I'm joyful. You know what I mean? But it's more than, so I do think that I am just naturally a joyful person.
Yeah.
Like I'm a half glass full optimist, like blah, blah, blah person. But when you watch the film, like the nitty grittiness of it. So if you haven't seen it before, there's also a character named Sadness, and Sadness and Joy are together for like majority of the film. They're stuck together, and Joy is constantly like, Sadness, just like stop getting in the way, stop getting involved. Like we don't want to be sad, right? And I was like, but then at the end of the film, basically the whole point is all emotions have purpose and value. They're not bad emotions and good emotions. There's like healthy and unhealthy ways of showing all of them, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, first of all, bawled my eyes out in that movie because we had just moved and Riley moves in it. And I was like, Like it was still so raw, but like I tend to just like shove my sad emotions down and be like, it's fine, everything's like we're gonna be happy. And I tend to do it to other people as well. Like if someone's going through something sad, not in a mean way, but I'll just be like, no, everything's fine. Like
it better.
We're happy, it's okay. You know what I mean? So like joy in that when she's just like trying to like throw sadness off a cliff and be like, get out of here kind of thing.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, sadness has value. And she was allowing Riley to feel the emotions and the grief of like moving and not having her old friends and all of these things. I was like, oh my Lanta, that's so me.
That's so true.
Yeah. So that's my first one. We both have Disney ones.
Love we do. Wait,
love it.
Inside Out isn't Disney though. It's Pixar.
Disney Pixar.
Oh, they're not separated? They were at one point.
Were they?
Yeah, because everyone's like, is that a Disney movie or Nemo is Pixar. Nemo is not Disney.
But Pixar is Disney.
What?
Yeah.
Then why is everybody trying to classify if it's a Pixar film or a Disney film?
Pixar is different than just Disney, but it's like Disney Pixar. It's a Disney Pixar film.
I don't like that. It confuses me. Okay.
It's like technically Marvel is Disney, but no one calls it Disney Marvel, but people call it a Disney Pixar. So maybe maybe there are just Pixar films, but then there are Disney Pixar films. Like they collabed.
I think so.
But now I feel like every Pixar that's ever come out is now Disney Pixar.
That's what I think as well.
I don't know.
Finding Nemo
was just Pixar. But then Inside Out is Disney Pixar. Also, side note, Inside Out 2, trailer dropped. I'm so excited.
Oh, the trailer dropped.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes, I saw it with anxiety. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be so good.
Wait, what was the purple one's name?
Fear.
Okay. I was like, I feel like he was very anxious himself. But anyways.
He's just like straight up fear. And then there's like anxiety. Wait. Without spoiling anything on your list, do you happen to have an Inside Out character on your list?
No.
Okay, then can I talk about how you played Disgust?
And
wait, and you, but it was like you were really good at it. To the point where when I looked at you when you were doing the faces, I was like, I just see the character. Like you became the cartoon. I was like, I see it in my mind when I look at you. But then I felt like a jerk for saying that.
I have to say, I feel like I can relate to just actually.
The way that you did that right there was Disgust.
What?
Your face. For the past 5 seconds was
really?
The way that I get like that was
that's so true.
Yeah.
And a lot of the lines that Disgust said,
You've
said to
before.
myself. And I think actually I was thinking about this today. I have been very irritable recently, but I think it's because my ADHD has like symptoms, and I keep forgetting that irritability is a symptom of that.
Oh, okay.
And disgust and irritability are like
intertwined. Linked. Yeah.
So it really makes sense that,
Okay, but to explain to everybody, I think we mentioned this in a previous episode, but we were talking about Up for some reason. Anyway, we don't need to rehash it. For our church's camp, when it was all online for COVID, we wanted to add like more fun components to it. So me and all of my friends recreated classic films that most kids like would have seen, but we didn't say what film it was, and then they had to like guess what it was, though it was like super obvious. So we did Inside Out, and I played Joy, and Riah played Disgust. Yeah.
Perfect casting.
It was so good. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I have another animated one.
Okay, cool. I also have another animated one.
Wow.
Beauty.
Okay. Mine is also from an Ariel film.
Oh, okay.
Melody, her daughter.
Oh, yeah.
That is kind of a silly one.
From The Little Mermaid 2. Yes, for all of the people out there that are like, who?
The Little Mermaid 2 is underrated. It is so good.
You are obsessed with it. I was randomly thinking about this in the car the other day. Just randomly about how you're obsessed with Little Mermaid 2.
Oh, yeah. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Melody, Ariel's daughter, wants to be a mermaid so bad.
Oh.
And I relate so much. I sound so stupid. I want to be a mermaid so bad. Like, it's not even funny.
I think you want to be a mermaid as bad as I want Narnia to be real.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
Yes,
comparison.
it is.
Riah has said like verbatim to me, just out of the blue before, Anna, I want to be a mermaid so bad it hurts, or like something like that, or just like I just love mermaids so much.
I also said I crave being
Yeah.
a mermaid as much as I crave bread. And
Yeah.
at the time that I said that, I could not eat bread. And
You did
I was
say
desperate
that.
for bread.
Yeah. Oh man.
I just
A sea witch would be like, do you want to be able to have gluten or do you want to be a mermaid? And you'd be like, the turmoil.
mermaid.
Okay.
It just looks like so much fun.
Because
And,
once
like,
you're a mermaid, there's definitely no eating bread because it would just be soggy and
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
but a mermaid can come to the surface.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah. But like
If they
the
don't have a strict
water-
father.
yeah. The ocean scares me. Like like deep down. So
Okay.
I would be a surface level mermaid. in
A surface level mermaid.
in like
That sounds like you would be a shallow mermaid. That also works. Oh my goodness. Why are there so many puns for this? But I mean, like you know how people say like, oh, you're so surface level, you're so shallow.
I
Oh
realized
my
that as
goodness.
it came out.
That's so funny.
But like in Hawaii where the water is clear.
This sounds like the beginning of a song. In Hawaii where the water is clear.
It kind of does. Anyways, I want to be a mermaid.
You should write a poem about it. It sounds like the beginning of a poem.
yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
I should write a poem.
You can
about
write it on
for
behalf
you.
of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's my
Oh
second one.
man. Okay. Should I do my next animated one?
Yeah.
This is the one that you would never guess because it's a very recent one and I don't think I've ever like publicly talked about it.
Okay.
Okay. Also, I just have to say that the reason that we got thinking about all this is because years ago, do you remember when, I don't know if this is before you were really on social media a lot, but like on Facebook, there was this trend going around where it was like 3 or 4, I can't remember, characters that describe who you are. And so everyone was doing it where they were just sharing like the photos of the 3 characters.
And it wasn't like a BuzzFeed quiz.
No. It was like you picked character, like it could be anyone.
That was before my time.
Okay, yeah. So that's what got me thinking
Facebook.
about it. And it was Facebook,
That's
and
it.
it was 3. It was three characters that describe who you are or whatever. And the 3 that I included are part of my 5 today. Like they haven't
stayed
changed.
the
Yeah. So
same.
Joy was one of
Wow,
them.
okay.
So I'll let you know. Anyway, this one is not. This is one that's very new. It's Dewey Duck from DuckTales.
Oh, good
But the
grief.
newest DuckTales, the 2017 DuckTales, don't hate me. I've never actually seen the original. The new one, I was watching it tonight before I came over. I start it and then I just rewatch it. Like I've seen that entire show like probably at least 6 times. Like it's so good. So Dewey, there's the 3 triplets, and Dewey in the new one is just kind of like the goofy like one and like is carefree and stuff like that. But then, and I like related to him the most. It's not like a really, really specific one, but I just related to him a lot. And he's always like singing and stuff like that. And then there's an episode where all of a sudden he's like doing something secretive and you're like, what is he doing? And he's like trying to hide it from his brothers. And then all of a sudden you find out that like every night he pretends to host his own talk show. And it's literally like a spoof of The Tonight Show. And I lost my mind the first time I watched that episode because if you don't know, I'm obsessed with The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. And so I was like, oh my goodness, like we're the same person.
That's
so I
true.
freaked out. So I am Dewey. Also, our friend Darren was the one who introduced me to DuckTales.
Really?
Yeah, and we were watching it through COVID. It was before like Watch Party was a thing. So we would text each other or we would call each other and be
my
like,
word.
1, 2, 3, play. And we'd play it at the same time, but we were like at different houses.
I didn't know
and
that.
and then he was the one who was like, you're Dewey. And I think he was Huey.
Okay.
Huey, Dewey. Yeah, Huey. I couldn't remember what the other one was. Anyway, yeah, it was so funny. I was like, yeah, I am Dewey.
Darn, 100%. I had a question for you about this, and then I completely
Darren,
lost it.
COVID, watching DuckTales.
No, it was
He
before
introduced
that.
it. It was before we talked about Dewey.
No, it
The
was
Tonight
about-
Show. Jimmy.
Oh.
See,
Okay.
doing that always
Yeah.
works.
So, do you like in the mirror? Do you like pretend that you're a talk show host?
No, I don't think I've ever done that before.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I'm like, I've never heard of somebody like pretending that they're a talk show host. Like in my mind,
Oh,
I'm in the mirror and I'm like, somebody's interviewing me.
oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I'm a talk show guest.
So I've never like done it in the mirror, but in my mind, I want to be Jimmy. I want to be the host.
Interesting.
Like I want to be a guest on his show because in my mind, that's the only way I would be on his show. Like I'm not going to host his show.
But you want to be the one asking, like you would love to have your own talk show, obviously. And you envision that.
Yes.
You know what I envision?
What?
This is off topic. What was it? I would love to have like a podcast or a talk show or whatever where you have celebrities on, and I feel bad because they have scripted press and everything that same thing over and over again. I want to have them on and be like, talk about what you love. Who knows what they love?
Dude,
like,
I have literally thought before, if I ever meet a famous person, like I don't want to be that person who's so cliche and is just like, what was it like filming this movie, or what was it like being with this person, or what was it like blah, blah. It's like the same questions. Like I like the people who do superhero movies, and there's like a bajillion of them, like Chris Evans, they're asked the same freaking questions all the time. And I've literally thought to myself before that if I hosted, I would say, okay, they do a pre-interview sometimes, right? To be like, is there anything funny that's happened to you recently, or blah, blah, blah. I would say to them, what's a story that you love to tell that you just want the opportunity to tell? Because I have stories like that. Yes. I have stories that are never going to come up in natural conversation, but I want to tell people about them. And if someone came to me and said, share something with me, it can be anything, I would be like, you're the best person in the world. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm more curious.
So if you're watching right now and you're in my life and you want to just walk up to me and be like, tell me anything that you like right now, I will be so happy.
I'm really curious about like their hidden passions. Like what do they do in their free time? Like what do they love that they know? Like for me, I feel like it would be documentaries. Right. No one really knows that I love documentaries. And there's so many that I love.
Mine would be more just like funny stories because I live my life out loud, so everyone knows everything that I'm into. But it would just be like funny things that have happened to me, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
My sweater keeps getting stuck on the Velcro.
Bring it all the way down. Like
I did with the other one, but now it's
a different one. Okay. You're really struggling here.
I am.
Is it good?
We're good.
Okay.
Last time, okay.
Lesson for next time that we put the Velcro parts of the string all the way down. Okay. The cords.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, because I just did Dewey.
Everyone who knows me is gonna laugh. Spider-Man.
Okay. I love Spider-Man so much. Do you relate to Spider-Man or the women who love Spider-Man, like Gwen or MJ?
Both.
Okay.
Okay. Specifically the Tom Holland one.
Okay.
I was realizing.
I want to know why. Like I know that you love it, but how do you relate to it?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So the first one, he's like, give me all of this responsibility. And he's like, I worked with the Avengers. Like I literally did all of this. Now give me.
And he's like I helped a woman. More. She gave me a churro, but I want to do more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the second one comes and he's given so much responsibility. Like Nick Fury is like, dude, here's this huge case because we have no one else. Yeah. And he's like, I want to spend time with a girl. I'm like, buddy, you just got what you asked for. Whereas I feel like I'm the same thing. I have this envision of like having all this responsibility, this big role, and then something that I like more at that moment comes along. So and I'm like, I don't want that. I want what I want right now.
Yeah.
I was watching, I'm like, bro, you're so stupid.
But then
he's a teenager though. Yeah. But I think I noticed it because I was watching them back to back, like the first one, the second
there
one,
wasn't
and
a
then
pause
I
in between.
rewatched the first one and the second one, and so I like really picked up on that. But that's very much
makes sense.
Me.
Okay, yep, that's legit.
Yeah.
Okay, this one wasn't originally on my list, but because you just said a superhero, I'm also gonna say one.
A superhero? Is it one of the like main Avengers?
Think about it. Who am I gonna pick?
Cap.
Yeah.
Oh, for you.
Wow, thanks. Okay,
I didn't mean it that way.
I know. No, but not him, like all of him, but he's high justice oriented.
Oh,
and he's very like wants things to be fair kind of thing, and he's very loyal. Right. Loyalty, I've learned, is something that's very important to me. And I've learned later in life that it's why there are certain films and characters that I like, and I never knew why. But then I realized, oh, it's because they're super loyal. Like loyalty is one of the most important things to me.
Do you cry at like certain, like I watched Endgame recently and I don't cry at sad things typically, but it's like when Cap says Avengers assemble and he gets the Mjolnir, what's the name of the hammer?
I want you to say it.
No. I'm gonna no.
Jonathan.
Okay, when he gets the hammer.
Only Marvel fans will understand that reference. It's Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. I'm just remembering what I was gonna say. Okay. I started to tear up at that moment because I was like this. Same with Narnia when they say for Narnia and
for Aslan.
That is where I
don't
emotional.
cry. I'm like, let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel that, but I'm also like overcome
crying.
with like people with differences who don't always get along, and then they come together.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my word.
So the thing that gets me the most in films, the number one thing that I cry at is camaraderie. A group of people coming together to accomplish something. Literally, it could be like someone in a room trying to hang up a poster and they can't, and then strangers come along and help them. And I'm like, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but with that one, I think it was more action and like hype. So I was more like, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't cry at that part. But for Cap, like in Civil War, Captain America is my favorite superhero of all time. And I have a lot of friends who Iron Man's their favorite superhero. So when Civil War was coming out, we were like, who's going to win? Blah, blah, blah. But then like in all honesty, I actually am on Cap's side in that movie. Like if we put the whole, do I like Captain America more than Iron Man aside, blah, 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 I'm on Cap's side. Have you watched Civil War?
Oh, duh.
Well, I don't know.
No,
you're weird and you just watch them all randomly. So I don't know if you'd gotten to Civil War yet.
I like the ones where they are all together.
Right.
I struggle more
so
with the
like,
individual
I
ones.
legitimately think that Cap was in the right, like in that film.
Oh, Cap was the one who didn't want to sign the thing.
Correct.
Right? Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on
anyway,
the same
that's
page.
a whole side thing. But like just his moral compass and his how he believes things very deeply and stuff like that I identify with a lot.
Yes.
And he probably is, out of all of the superheroes that we've seen on screen, like the one that I relate to the most.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to ask a question, but I feel like we're getting long.
No, ask a question.
Okay, if you had to pick a superhero from Marvel for me, who would it be? You can get back to me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, your next one.
My next one I'm not proud of.
Is this one of the negative ones?
Yeah.
Riah, like leading up to this episode, she was like, all of mine are negatives. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, there are characters that like I identify with the bad parts of them. And I'm like, oh.
Well, I feel like Spider-Man, it's like he how would you describe it? Like that like wasn't really a positive thing.
Right,
and
right.
Ariel's like, what was my thing about Ariel?
I want to be older.
Yeah, it's like it's not really a positive thing. Anyways, unfortunately I relate to Aaron Burr from Hamilton.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I know. But we can't go too much into it because we need a whole episode on
about
Hamilton.
100%.
Okay, if you haven't seen Hamilton, again, you're living under a rock, go watch it. It is so...
We're obsessed.
So good.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Not just for music, but for life lessons. He's so on the fence. He wants to like leave a legacy.
Right.
And I so much want to like
impact
make my mark, impact people,
Yeah.
help out, do something big.
Yeah.
Type of thing. But then I'm very much like I'm not going to risk anything to do it because Hamilton risks like
it.
He said bold stuff that he shouldn't have said.
Risked it for the
Maybe
biscuit.
not that he shouldn't have said, but just, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to do that. But you know what? It has been something since watching Hamilton. I'm like sitting on the fence does nothing.
No.
You need to risk it and say something that could be perceived really badly to make a difference. And
sometimes you just need to make mistakes to learn from them, right?
That's what I've learned as well. Is that you just you're allowed to change your opinion
Yeah.
on things. Like
Yeah.
I could have been like
Yeah. You're allowed to try something and then go, oh shoot, yeah, no, that wasn't.
like there's lots of things I believed as a kid that looking back I'm like, well, that was wrong and stupid.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I'm a fence. I
A
was
fence
more.
sitter.
I would say I was
Or
a fence sitter.
you recognize that it's something you struggle with and you're working on it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fine.
I feel like it's not as much of an issue now.
Okay, good.
But yeah.
Cool.
Anyways.
Okay. My next one I'll do Narnia. Lucy.
Okay. Oh.
What do you mean? Oh.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Explain.
Because
I was thinking more like I picture her as like the innocent little girl, but now that I think of like she was the initiator and I believe and I'm not giving this up.
She believed 100%, no wavering, like no doubts, and knowing that C.S. Lewis wrote Narnia as a biblical imagery, like of God's relationship to us and everything, and like Aslan is God, like I identify with my like what
I had a Narnia one as well.
Oh yes,
because we're so polar opposites.
Yeah. This goes back to the first episode. Yeah. So like her just believing everything so deeply, but also the naiveness because I'm kind of a naive person, especially as a kid I was as well. So just like that, but also just her like, I don't know. She's also one who's like more positive and she's like, it's going to be okay. Like, come on, let's just, you know what I mean? So yeah, I
love her accent. Sorry, that's off topic.
No. It's so good. I love her. And growing up, Georgie Henley, thank you. The actress who plays Anna is only 1 year's Anna, who plays Lucy. Sorry, I was thinking about myself. Is only 1 year older than me. So like, and we also looked a lot alike when the movie came out. Like I had the exact same hair. She has tons of freckles. I have tons of freckles, very pale face. Like when I was a kid, like it was a little bit more rounder and like hers was as well. Like we looked a lot alike. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. I wasn't going to share my Narnia one, but now I
you
feel
have
like we have to.
I wasn't going to share my Marvel one, but now I did.
Okay. Do you know which Narnia character I am?
Edmund?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Were you nervous to say that? Because it's a negative thing. Yes, again.
No, I love Edmund.
I know, I love him too.
He's my second favorite Pevensey.
Thanks. Have you ever...
Well, the first one is me. Lucy.
Sounds so bad.
I know.
Okay. Have you ever seen the YouTube clip of like 10 minutes of Edmund being sassy? It is my most favorite thing ever. It's hilarious because he's always rolling his eyes.
Yeah. Okay, can I just say that my favorite Edmund line is in the first one when he's like, let's go back inside. And Susan's like, no, like, let's stay outside. It's good to get fresh air. And he's like, it's not like there isn't air inside. I'm like, yes.
He's so sassy. So I feel like I relate to him and his story more.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the exact opposite of Lucy.
Right.
Where it's like he needed to screw up to like understand it. Yeah. And that's always been me. I need to hit the rock bottom till I get it because I'm stubborn. Right. So yeah. Yep. That's it.
But then you get it. He got on board.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I love him so much.
His character arc
I was just going to say, from the first one to the second one, so good.
And that's what I love about him too, is that I feel like there are true Lucys in the world and there are true Edmonds.
100%.
I feel like for me, I love Edmund's story because Lucy just believes and she only has like a couple doubts. Not doubts in Aslan, but like, just she has her struggles, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But then Edmund, like even in the Bridge to Terabithia. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yeah. He struggles with temptation again and like almost goes back. Oh, and in Prince Caspian when he hits the ice, I'm like, that makes me want to cry.
That makes me want to yell again and be like, yes,
and
Edmund.
when Peter was about to give in, he's like, I'm sure you had it handled.
Yeah.
When Edmund said that, I was like, yes. Anyways.
Man, so good. Okay. Amazing. Okay. My next one. Okay, wait.
Is this your last one?
No, because I now had 6 because I added Cap.
Right.
So I've done Joy. I've done Dewey. I've done Cap, and I just did Lucy. Okay. So I'm gonna leave my best one to the last. So my 5th one is Mulan.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I just realized that's a Disney character too. I hadn't even thought
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, Mulan, because I think just the whole, I was a tomboy growing up. So
Yeah.
her like, you know, doing what she needed to do and going out with the guys and like trying to like blend in and everything and like, and be like,
Yes.
a woman can do it too. Like, you know what I mean? All of that. Like that was me as a kid, especially like just being like one of the boys.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's
Okay.
mine.
Nice.
Would I actually go off to war? Probably not. Because I'm a wimp.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's where I feel like you're interesting in that way where you're like, I want to fight like I'm like type
Right.
of thing. But then I feel like
You have a
I
better-
have a bit more of the like, just bring it. Let's do it.
You push
and,
through. You have a higher pain tolerance. You
And again, as we talked about before, it's the impulsivity. I'm just,
Yeah.
let's not think about the consequence. Just go. We
Yeah.
may die. Whatever. Let's charge. Okay. I'm crossing ones off my list as I go of like, I didn't like that. Like I kind of just had random thoughts in my head. So I
was gonna say I do not just see a list. I see like paragraphs.
because I needed the explanation
Gotcha.
on here. Okay. Okay. So then I was trying to think of happy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And I feel like, okay, I want your perspective on this. I feel like now a lot of people aren't going to understand this one because Morning Glory is typically like a lot of people haven't seen it.
Yeah, film that should have been in your top 5 list,
Yeah,
but
I know.
wasn't.
I feel like Rachel McAdams' character in that movie, I kind of relate to in a way. She's kind of quirky. She's a little bit awkward.
Right.
I feel like I've kind of had not the exact same moments, but also people make jokes and I just am like, I want to have a comeback, but I don't. And it's like really awkward then. And it's like just a little bit of the awkwardness.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand a little bit. So anyways, that was my happy one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is my last one.
Okay.
And then we'll just like finish off with all of yours.
I only have one more that I'm happy with.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Off camera, I want to hear the other ones.
Okay.
Okay. The deep cuts. Okay, so my final one, who is the character that I relate to most, like the character that in my mind is what?
Can I just pause for a second? Our thing, like
No, it doesn't do that.
No, okay.
It doesn't show you while you're doing it.
Okay, we can cut this. I just want to make sure because we had that one little blip in that other episode.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
It doesn't show it when you're doing that.
Okay, and this is okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. We'll cut that. Okay.
It's all good.
Go on.
Okay, so I feel like I'm just gonna go back and say my last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last one is the character that I relate to the most because it's not just like one aspect or it's not just kind of, it's like almost everything about her like is me. Do you know who
Leslie
it is?
Knope.
No.
That was one I had on.
Oh, okay,
that I thought
didn't
you were
have
gonna say,
Leslie on
but
my
that's
list.
the one I was gonna spoil because I was like, but Joy is Leslie Knope.
That's true because Amy Poehler voices her.
Yes.
Yeah. Leslie Knope, though, I think I want to strive to be more like her.
I agree. I
still do relate to her anyway. But the one is, my last one is Jo March from Little Women.
Yes.
So when the new Little Women movie came out, with she's Irish.
Saoirse.
Oh yeah, Saoirse.
Saoirse Ronan.
When it came out, we went to the theater, a couple of us from church, some like young adults, some like women around mom's age and everything. Anyway, it finished and everyone looked at me and was like, "Are you okay?" And like the whole top of my shirt
Are you serious?
was soaked from crying.
Oh my word.
Like I wept. I did not cry. I wept. And I have said before that Louise May Alcott, who wrote, because I read the book and I watched the movie, and it is one of the most beautiful books ever. And I literally say to people all the time that I think Louise May Alcott she discovered time travel. She traveled forward in time, secretly observed me, went back in time, and then wrote Jo March about me. Like that's how much I identify with her. Like so much. The only thing that is different is that she's the writer and I'm an artist. So I'm more like Amy in that sense. So if it was switched, if she was the one who was like the painter and everything, then I'd be like, were exactly the same. Oh, and then one other thing. When she chopped all her hair off, she cried. When I chopped off all my hair, I was like, yes, let's go. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't even know how to describe it. So the reason I wept is because I felt so seen, because I think I have a very unique, quirky, interesting personality. And so for the most part, I haven't really ever identified a lot with someone on screen. And so then when I saw her, I was like, I was just overcome, because I felt like I was watching my life play out, and like the things that she struggles with, I struggle with. And like just the things she talks with her mom about, like her anger and frustration, and you don't necessarily see it. And a lot of people don't see that I can be a very angry person, but that's like that turmoil is in there. And then just even her views of not wanting to get married. And I'm like, I'm with you, girl. Like, you know what I mean? And just stuff like that. And then just her, like her creative artsy side, but her like high justice oriented as well. And just, there are like, I literally think that I am her, or that she is me. Like I just... Oh yeah, she's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Right. You've told me that multiple times. Yeah. And I don't know why it's never clicked for me.
In your brain.
But also I think, I don't know. I never read the books, so I like didn't get that like extra.
Yeah, you get extra in the book, 100%.
Do it, but actually that makes sense now.
Yep.
Okay.
She's my favorite. Okay, your last one.
The one I'm gonna end with is April Ludgate. Yeah. Okay.
Why we had so many that were like that are in the same TV show or the same movie or the same universe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But they're the polar opposites because we're opposite.
That's so true. Yeah. Because April is a pessimist, and I've gotten better, but I tend to be a bit more of like a negative thinker or whatever.
Negative Nancy.
But it also doesn't bother me. Like April's like negative, but like she's like whatever. Like, you know, she doesn't really care, and she loves gore and like just gross stories. And
you do too,
love like I've watched an appendix surgery on YouTube. I'm like, this is so cool. No. Like it's so
that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, like,
I don't have the same
darkness that she does at all.
No.
But I know, knowing you, I know exactly what you mean. The essence of April that is like you.
I feel like I have a little bit of I feel like dark isn't a good word. Like not to her extent. She likes, I think, almost, this can sound bad, but almost like likes evil. Like in
right. Yeah.
I'm not like that.
No.
I do think I have a bit of a dark side, but not the same as her. But I feel like I relate.
Yeah.
To her, you know,
in the same way that I relate to Leslie, but like I'm not Leslie. Yeah. There you go.
That was my last one.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I feel like that actually turned out well. I was a little bit nervous about that. I was like, I just didn't feel good about it, but
I think, and now people know us even better now.
Exactly.
Let us know what your character combos are.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, also, we haven't been saying at the end of our video.
Oh, yes.
We would love it if you would like and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment.
Leave a review.
Follow us on Instagram.
5 stars only.
We're on Instagram,
Facebook,
and TikTok. And
then whether you listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like.
Mm-hmm.
We would love it.
All right.
Okay. Peace out.
Bye.